Well, hello again there, webheads and comic collectors everywhere. This is your Instagram friend, fan of Comic 77. Be sure to follow on YouTube as well. And today's little post is on a topic I keep seeing on social media, the famous Marvel versus DC, and which one's better. And for me, none of them's really better. I like both, so I collect both. I'm a huge webhead, so Spidey's represented by Marvel, so I guess that makes me a Marvel guy. That doesn't mean DC isn't good, because they are good. And I'm just going to show you a little glimpse of my collection of Batman comic books. So as a kid, we all know the Death in the Family storyline. And at first I thought it was Dick Grayson, who was one of my favorite Batman sidekicks we all know as Robin. But this is the second Robin who ended up dying, Mr. Jason Todd, who a lot of fans didn't like. I don't know why, maybe because he was a little brat. Anyways, I had this one as a kid, the trade paperback, which is all 4 collector's issues into one volume. This is the third book of a 4-part series that I've hunted down, which was the actual death of, in book number 3 of Jason Todd. So then I tracked down book number 4, which was a cool cover of the Joker. But after the storyline passed on as a kid, I didn't really keep up with it. So I thought that Batman was by himself. He was just solo. But getting back to when I started to get back into comics, I didn't know where to start. I didn't know where to go. I didn't know what was popular. So what I did was, when I was at the LCS, again, what's LCS stand for? That's right, local comic shop. So when I was at the LCS, I started just looking at the back issues. I started remembering as a kid, I just started saying, okay, well, I'm going to go back and see if they have any of the comics that I did have as a kid. And one comic that I did have was Batman. Was this 436? Excuse me. Which we find out is the first appearance of Tim Drake. Now, Tim Drake eventually becomes the third Robin. But as a kid, me and my cousin, we were at the shop, and he pointed out that this is Nightwing, but who was also Dick Grayson. And I thought, wow, Dick Grayson's back. But he's not Robin anymore. He's Nightwing. He went solo. So that was a pretty cool one. So I tried to keep up with the story, and I didn't get part 2 of it at the time. But in my hunting days now, I went and picked up part 2, which was pretty cool. And then what I did have as a kid also was part 3, which was another cool cover. To me, I love the basic Batman and Robin. What we grew up on, just Batman and Robin. Pretty basic, but I love this cover. Then the one I really like was the part 4 of the 4-part series. Now this one here, we actually see Nightwing hanging in the bat signal. And so me and my cousin, we saw this one again, and I said, hey, that's Dick Grayson, right? And he goes, yeah, and he's Nightwing. I said, oh, cool, I'm gonna get it. So I ended up getting it. So then, as you start to, get accustomed to comic hunting again, and figuring out what these key issues mean, what does key issue mean, and a cool key issue that I came across, I knew I could afford, was what was this? Batman 442, first appearance of Tim Drake as the new Robin. So technically, he's the third Robin now. So, and again, for all you new comic collectors out there, you want a nice, cool key issue, affordable right now, get Batman 442. First appearance of Tim Drake is a nice one to have in your collection. Very cool. So then we speed up till now, modern time. And when I go to the LCS and I'm just picking out comics, nothing that I really want or need. But I said, hey, what's Nightwing up to these days? So I went and got Nightwing Rebirth number 1. I really, really love this cover. I love the illustration. Started hunting around, and I saw another Nightwing number 1. But this one's cool because you have Batman, background, Robin in the corner there. Nightwing up front. Nice issue. Cool cover. And then I went and got Nightwing number 2. This is another cool cover featuring my favorite sidekick, Dick Grayson. Very nice art. Very, very nice. And I have other Batman issues I picked up for $1 a piece. Nothing big. But this is a cool one. This is a Tim Drake Robin with the hologram in the corner. Very, very cool. And the last one I got, nothing big. It's just Batman. What is this? Batman 433. Pretty cool. Knife into the bat mask. Pretty nice. So there you have it, webheads. Just a quick little post to show you that you can collect both. You can like both. If you're a Kryptonian or a Gothamite and you want to rock DC, rock DC. I'm a webhead. He represents Marvel, so I'm gonna rep Marvel. But I'm gonna collect both either way, because at the end of the day, it's all about collecting, hunting, and just adding to your collection. So that's about it, webheads, Kryptonians, Gothamites. As always, be good to each other. Happy hunting.